Welcome to Virobus. I'm Steve with Greg Black.
Hi,
Greg,
Steve.
welcome back.
Thank you.
Greg, as I look at the world today because of the internet, it's easier to become an entrepreneur, but you have to distinguish yourself. You have to have some value proposition because we can customize and individualize so much more than we could in the past. Tell me about your value proposition. What is it that you bring to the table that would attract customers to Greg Black?
I think what I would probably indicate most, and what I found over the last several years, the lack of people really wanting to specialize in the industry. Finding something that you feel comfortable and you're successful in. I think we're in a world of using a lot of collaborative groups, and you have to find your niche. You have to find a specialty that you find is a problem-solving specialty, a communication specialty. You find something, and as we found, and as we're promoting in Wichita now, it's measuring a value. What is our value? What component can we bring to the job that really shows a successful measured value? At the same time, looking at the job in a whole and understanding that we need to show a return on investment. Mm-hmm. If we're going to ask somebody to go down the path of a design specialty group, we have to show a return on investment.
What's your value proposition? What's the value you bring to it? What do you sell? How do you sell yourself?
You know, one of the things that is probably the strongest sense that I bring to the table, it's listening. It's the ability to challenge materials, and the ability to listen to an owner, explain what I hear them saying back to me, as well as building a team relationship at that point, mm-hmm. having a relationship with an owner or a contractor that they may bring to the table, to where you show a sense of honesty and use of their money, knowing that the end result is a goal of theirs, not of yours. Mm-hmm. I think you just stay focused on what the challenge is, and it's solving their problem in the best use of their money. A lot of times in this industry, you know, we look to design our designs mm-hmm. for somebody. We look to spend their money the way we want to spend it, and a lot of times you miss schedules or you miss budgets. It's the lack of listening at that point. Mm-hmm. You have a defined budget. You need to work within it. Be creative and work within it.
Give me an example. What's a project you've worked on in general, not maybe specifically, but how did that transpire?
Well, one great example was where we worked on a project in a warehouse remodel, and within the building we had some sheets of steel, and we just chose a creative path for a reception desk and some bridge timbers that were in the facility, mm-hmm. and we fabricated the reception desk out of just parts and pieces mm-hmm. that were there and available. That kind of collaboration with an owner, when you can use product that they have and you reinvent it into something successful, they realize that you're out there looking for them and trying to be creative with things you have available to you. And at the end of the day, being successful is the end of the story. I mean, you're able to use and find and put pieces together in unexpected ways that are successful. And building a collaborative team with an owner. I think that's the best relationship that you can have, is to have an owner that really knows that you're there for them. Yeah.
So in the warehouse, they wanted that warehouse look, and you took what they had available. Instead of you going to your favorite catalog and buying reception furniture, you developed it to meet their needs.
Absolutely. I think just, and also looking at an owner's or a client's work environment. Mm-hmm. Emulating some of the things that they do. Working for an excavation company and using some sheet steel grate covers for mm-hmm. their reception desk or their conference table. I think it's just primarily just trying to communicate their message to them and use reusable or recyclable materials together at the same time.
And for any entrepreneur today, that's important, isn't it? Because people can look and find exactly what they want today. It's so much easier to make those connections.
And through the internet, they can look and they can try to find, but it's the coordination and keeping a consistent look finding creative ways to solve problems. That's the uniqueness. That is the specialty. And you know, I think that that's where the future needs to be. Everybody needs to do what they do best and stay focused. And you're not going to be everything to a project individually or as a small group, but to find the people in the community or within the area that can fill those other voids to provide a solid team.
Yeah, and in the past you were pretty much limited to your geographic area, but now people from all across the country find you, don't they?
I think that we work on hotels all over the country. That opportunity has regional benefits from it. I'm seeing those benefits. The restaurant industry, very communicative industry. If you are successful,
Yeah.
people want to know more about it. So I have a residual value off of those projects, and the initial reward and the main reward is the owner's happy,
Yeah.
and they have something that's unique.
Yeah, nothing like a satisfied customer, is there?
I think at that point that's the best. That's what you shoot for.
Hey, thanks, and join us again for Virobus.